I'm back at this again. I figured it would be appropriate to at least have the flag up the first time. America is built upon this idea of opportunity being available to people if they're willing to go out of their way or out of their comfort zone to go after it. The states fight for families. They fight for tax dollars. They're competing against one another. Men supposed to get up and they're supposed to move their families to these places. The left, they're steeped with social programmers. A lot of people on the left, they use fear to control people. So right now, since I'm on government, I'm on the United States, I'm going to talk about government and who the real threat is to government. And that is men. The government's there to protect you. If you go into business, for example, there's a structure, there's a system there to protect your business, to keep the streets safe while you're going to and from your jobs. What goes wrong in that eventually is that there are public representatives involved. These self-interest groups, these are huge businesses, industries, they start to cater to whoever is going to bring them the most power. For example, in our situation in the United States, women, they buy the most things. So when it comes to our government as a whole, they begin to cater to women. Now the thing with the government is that they have industry in their pocket. They have the music industry in their pocket. They have Hollywood in their pocket, as well as Democrats. Government, what does government want? Does it want to be larger or does it want to be smaller? Government wants to be larger. So you already have that duck in a row, right? The Democrats want to get larger. Who do the Democrats supposedly represent? They represent the disenfranchised. So they're going to represent blacks or women or LGBTQ or illegal aliens or whatever. They're going to just make up new groups. Over time, while they're catering to these people, they replace what men were. And what were men? When it comes to our own families, when it comes to protecting our own families, before this existed, it was the men. Men formed a covenant amongst men. And there were rules and social norms, and that's what's happening now. So they'll protect women, take the place of what men were. And that's what men are competing against. They're competing against the government. So if we took this out, if we took the government out of society, and we place people back in the society for this, where the men were once again the covenant, people would automatically snap into their proper place. There's no other way. In the end, they need to blame it on you because you have freedoms. It's your fault. We gave you the choice, and this is what you chose. Like right now, for example, there's TikTok, right? On TikTok, you can do what you want. And there's some very powerful and empowering videos on TikTok. However, you also have the videos with women are shaking their thighs in the front and they're like, can you do this? It's kind of pushing that same stigma that women are saying that they don't like, but it's women doing it. So it's like they're signing off on something that's going to hurt them in the long run. Okay, you were given an opportunity where you can say what you want, you can do what you want, you can wear what you want. And if we actually go back and examine that, including dating culture, back in the days, there wasn't dating culture. Back in the days, men and women weren't casual friends. They didn't have that. So we're able to go back and look at what worked then and what we're doing today. And just actually see what really works. If we were interested in improving as a society, if we were truly interested, we can look at the data and it'll tell you. But that's going to be like putting toothpaste back in the tube. I mean, the Pandora's box is open and a lot of people are enjoying their freedoms and they'll rather the chaos than go with what works. The feminine principle doesn't mean female, it's genderless. The masculine principle and the feminine principle are genderless. And right now, they want to give women most of the power. Women are the first teachers of the children. Those rioters, those kids, last year, and they're still doing it. They're running into stores. I think it's like up to $900 you can take or steal, and they can't really do much about it. A lot of those teens are black. A lot of those kids were black. Those kids are children of a lot of single mothers, particularly black single mothers, and they've been to college as well. Most colleges are Marxist indoctrination camps, particularly the HBCUs. Marxism believes in division. It believes in dividing people into particular groups, specifically the proletariat and the bourgeoisie. I've said a long time ago, the black community is totally indoctrinated. So they believe in Marxism. I mean, I've had black women tell me they're Marxists, because Marxism talks about this utopian meaning is flawless. It's like heaven on earth. You can have this heaven on earth if these people don't have their way. Women have this mentality where the grass is always greener on the other side. Women are survivors. Back in the days, villages were invaded by, let's say, Vikings. And these Vikings came in and they killed women's families, the children, they killed the husband, and the women end up marrying these same men that and massacred their family. Women are adaptable in that way. If it's a better opportunity, she will choose. The masculine principle is internal. It's something that you work on within. The feminine principle is external. A 25-year-old girl married the 80-year-old man. It's possible that she loves him. He's a billionaire. What do you think? A lot of this stuff is sitting on top of phoniness, and the left is full of fantasy. There's government, and government works with big corporation. Big corporation works with big tech. Big tech works with media, the news. All of them work against masculinity because they're trying to take the place of the men. I don't buy into what they're selling me because I know that what they want is not in my best interest. Or this is the age where they're pushing feminine energy. Nurture is everywhere. And if the government's really interested in improving society, they have to return back to the man. They have to talk about fatherhood. Because what if people all started talking about it? But they don't want that to happen. They want you to sit there and talk about it being a speaking point. Like, wake up. Anyway, I'll get up with you later. You people, like I said, stay frosty, keep your eyes open, and don't fall for what the mainstream media is trying to tell you. Peace.